Guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the last class, what we discussed, can you summarize class one? Just bullet points without seeing notes, you have to say. I told you about Oracle Apps versions. Yeah, that is correct. Next, username, sales of the creation. That's it, right? Only 4 points. Okay. Yeah, some shortcuts I mentioned here only. Application shortcuts as well as stored shortcuts. Now, the flow we have started. That's an order to cash cycle. This first step here is order entry. This is the one we started, but prior to that, there are certain prerequisites. Requisites. One is item creation. So many people are listening first time. If you already watched videos in Udemy and all, please don't give chorus kind of. Otherwise, they will stuck. Okay. So whenever I ask you to repeat, then you can repeat. No worries. So first is here item creation. Items means like whatever you are purchasing, selling. So those are all comes under items here, like your laptops, mouses. Go to your application. Items we can maintain into one responsibility, that is a inventory organization, inventory vision operations. Vision operations you may not see in the company. It is a practice client it is. Okay. So in the last class, what we discussed, which company? HP, right? HP company, HP manufacturing company, right? So this vision if you are working for Dell inventory we can see, and as well as your country also, where exactly it is located. So vision operation is just for practice purpose only. It is a sample client it is. Okay. Now go to inventory vision operations, and here is the place. There is a shortcut here, Alt F W. There is a shortcut. If you want, you can. I'll make a note here. Application shortcut. These are all I'll email you. Alt F W. For what it is? To switch responsibility. Alt F W it is. Now, right now, I'm going to inventory vision operations here. This is the one, inventory vision operations. So click on this. Here is the place. There are items and master items. If you are creating one or two items or less items manually, you can go manually like this. Items and master items. In which organization your item is available? Is it in Switzerland, Sweden, or Germany? what is your inventory organization? I am selecting as a vision operations. So there are many other, your company may be available in multiple countries, multiple branches. So right now, where are you creating? This is called as a master item. It is. See, you can see here, master item. So I'm creating one item, like let's say you can give any number also, like 78978 code. It may be anything, like they can give anything like 78 hyphen 89 hyphen 90, like that also we can give. So let's say I'm giving here 889977. Batch 95 test item. Save. This is called as a segment here. So they may enable other segments also, like here. If it is a barcode, segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, like this, here they will enable. Okay. Right now, only single segment available here. And this information you can see into a table, that is help and record history. You can see there is a MTL, means material. It's a short form here. MTL means material. MTL system items. There is an extension here, correct? FVL. So these are all called as an table extensions, we can say. Or under application shortcuts, okay. We'll make a note here only. Table okay. This is called as a table extensions or the end. If you go to ETRM here, website, ETRM.live, you can choose any one of the version here. Take latest version only always. And there is a FND data dictionary. And you are looking in which module right now? That is inventory. Inventory module. So if you observe the tables here, there are various table extensions. See, F, correct? And then here also temporary tables, and then TL for translations, for multi-language it is, and B for base table, and then we have seen just before FEL also, right? Flex field value it is. FEL stands for flex field value. As of now, commonly what you are seeing, one is interface table, base table, translatable language, temporary table. Audit table means like it will have a history, and here also history table is there. Anything else? Interface tables here, INT. So they have designed like this in every module. If you take other module also same. See, tell me another module, order management, right? You can go to order management. Click on this. Then tables. Here also same story. Here see underscore all is the one, and then underscore TL. Then history. What else? B for base table, right? You can see here B base. So TL for multi-language. Now we are talking about here FVL here. The extension of VL is flex field values. There are 30 segments you can utilize over here. Right now, single segment it is showing, but you can utilize 30 segments. Now I'm talking about here FVL flex field. Flex fields means these are all flexible to enter anything. Flex field value. Okay. Now, but this table we are not going to use. We'll use copy first. Sorry. Take this the entire table. They are saying it is a table here as per this record history, but it's not a table. It's a view. Take this view. go to tape code, describe it. To describe any database object, I told you one shortcut, correct? So what is the shortcut key here? That is F4. In some laptops, you may need to press function also along with that if it is not opening script. Now you can go to from class. So here is the place. There are two table extensions again. One is underscore B, other one is here underscore TL. Okay. And the primary key is also they only mentioned here inventory item ID as well as organization ID. And language here is user language, US, English, and all it will take. So there are two primary keys. In the system only it is there. If you want to find out again from ETRM also you can find out. Inventory table MTL. This is one I'm talking about B. So there are two columns here, right? One is inventory item ID, other one is organization. You have to remember all this definitely. Otherwise, you will not be able to work. So here only it is there. Same. In the application also, they have designed all this. If you want to verify what is the primary keys and all, you have to come to this website. Clear? etrm.live it is. Now, if you wanted to know each and every column description or table description, so you can see, you read this till here, read once. There may be thousands of table, we cannot remember every table description. You have to read this first, okay? Whenever unknown table comes, you can read one line, you can come to know why it is introduced, okay? And they only mention here, the primary key for an item is the inventory item ID, organization ID. And therefore, the same item can be defined in more than one organization. That is the reason why organization also it's unique here, okay? Each item initially defined in item master organization. The user then assigns the item to the other organizations that need to be recognized the item. So this is what we are going to do right now. So as of now, item is defined into master organization, but we have to assign to the child organization. How we can assign is go to, here is a place tools, organization assignment. So there are child organizations also. V1 is the master right now. If you define directly into Australia, then AU will become a master organization. But I have defined item into V1 here. If I want to access in other organizations like Australia, I wanted to access Colombia, okay, and then other Germany and all, then I have to save all this. Save, that's it. Now your item will be available into 4 organizations. One is V1, AU, and then so on, so whatever you are seeing. Okay. And what is the table name we have talked about here? This is a table. TL or else other one is base table. MTL system items B. So you should not use FEL. FEL we have seen right here. If we go to help and record history, FEL is there. But FEL we are not using. We are using another table that is B. Correct? Select or from MTL system items B. There are so many records here, but we have to get this item. So this is stored in a segment 1 column. You click on examine. It is saying inventory item, but it is stored in segment 1. It is. Item number, this you have to take. Overall, 4 rows are there. So these are all the 4 rows. So organization ID and inventory item, these two are the primary keys. Now organization table, another table is there, that is ORG organization definitions. Where organization ID is equivalent to 1646. Let's say this is Vision Australia. If you want to combine these two, what will be the join condition? These two tables, I would like to combine ORG organization definitions, MTL system address B. Alias name I can give like this, O after underscore whatever it is showing. Okay, OOD. Now join condition, can you tell me? MSI dot. You are combining organization table means obviously there is a right. Organization ID is the join. We require MSI dot item number is stored in which column? Segment 1. Yes, there may be 30 segments. In some companies they will take 5 segments or 10 segments also. If it is based on the item, it is. If it is item having bigger description like barcode, segments and all, then definitely they will take multiple segments. Organization code, OOD dot organization name. Try to combine all these tables in the practice. You will get a good confidence like this. Okay. And if I wanted to display the description also here, you can simply double click also, it will be copied here. So this is the query. So as of now, what I did, item created. One step it is, that is item creation. In which responsibility you have created is inventory vision operations. And what is the navigation to create an item? To close this form, there is one shortcut I mentioned. What is that? Close the form. Yes, F4. Press F4. That's it. Now to create another item, what do you have to do? Items, master items. Then your item number. Description you can write like anything. Okay. You can write anything here. It's a not its space looks limited here, but you can see and many things. Maximum size is also 240 characters. Okay. And how to know the table name behind this? Go to help and record history. And it's not a table, it's a view, correct? And what are the tables behind this here is I already mentioned, that is MTL system items B. And to combine all these two tables, MTL system items B and ORG organization definitions, organization ID is the joint condition. Clear? So as of now, only one step we have discussed, that is item creation. And this item, if you want to use it in order management, let's say we need to sell this item, correct? Go to order management. These are all like shippable. The item must be a shippable, then only we can deliver to the customer. The item must be a customer ordered enabled. Otherwise, customer cannot buy from us. So these are all called as attributes, item attributes. Now we need to enable all this. Instead of enabling manually, what we can do, there are certain templates. Whatever the required fields, they have enabled already in this. Okay, purchased or finished good, whatever. The moment you click on apply, whatever the checkboxes enabled or whatever the defaulted values enabled, automatically we can inherit that to your items. Okay, so I'm just clicking on apply. Done. So if you look at here, there are some values enabled automatically. That is the advantage of a item templates. Clear? Now, if you want to use this item into Seattle manufacturing, then go to organization assignment again. There is a M1 the Seattle manufacturing, close. Now second point here is the item must have a quantity that's called as an on-hand quantity. Into M1 we have to create, not in V1. At this moment you are in V1. So if you go to transactions and miscellaneous transaction, still showing it is V1. So many people will do the mistake. What you have to do, there is one option here. Change organization. Click on change organization. Definitely you need to switch to M1. Now go back here. Transactions and miscellaneous transaction. Now you can see here. The inventory organization name is M1. By mistake, you may create in V1 only quantity. No, you should not do that. You have to create into M1. There are various list of values here. That is transaction types we can say. Now charitable contribution. So if your inventory like chairs, benches, if you donate to one anything, so donated as a charity, then you can select this transaction type as a charitable contribution. So right now I'm telling here miscellaneous receipt here. Perform miscellaneous receipt of material. If you receive the goods to your company, then you have to select this miscellaneous receipt here. The source also you can select, but right now there is no list of values. Transaction lines, your item number, whatever the item you created. Just before what was the number? 65. If you forgot that any number, I think this is the one, right? Double eight or other number. M1 it is not there here, correct? What I can do, like I can get it from here. It's a number. The item number will be available into segment 1 column. This is a number. Okay, the latest we have sorted out here 6758. 6758. And your sub inventory. Your vision operations is the main inventory, but sub inventory means here like there are so many. If there is a scrap material, you can use the scrap. If it is restricted inventory, somebody should not enter into that particular room, then there is a restrict any hazardous materials and all you can give into restricted. And then consumable inventory, like there are many things, floor stock. You can create your own also, but right now I'm taking as a stores. Now, how much quantity you have right now? So let's say I'm having 400 items, and these items you need to include into miscellaneous account here. I just pressed M here and then tab so that it will come. Click on OK, then save. So this is the way actually you can see here, like your item creation. The created item where you can see is there is another table. Stage to stage we have to identify the tables. So second stage now we are talking about on-hand quantity table. The table here is MTL on-hand quantities. So shall I add here itself? That would be better, right? I'm adding here MTL on-hand quantity MOQ. There. Your item number also you need to change, correct? 6758, right? Then what else? Uncondition MSI dot inventory item ID, that's the primary key, is equivalent to MOQ dot inventory item ID. And the column name is transaction quantity. You can easily remember. You can see here 400 quantity. Why two records here is we have two organizations. One is V1, other one is M1. Okay. So this is the way we can find out the quantity here. Now let's add up another condition, that is MSI dot organization ID, MOQ dot organization ID. You see, like if you don't include this, its data is duplicated here. Where exactly we created 400 quantity M1, but still it is showing V1. It's wrong, right? That is because of your primary keys. Out of two primary keys, if you don't give one primary key, it will give you a wrong representation. It's wrong actually. So definitely, if you are using MTL station items B, then you have to use inventory item ID, organization ID, both. You should not miss that. That's the reason why I mentioned here two primary keys here. These two mandatorily have to give. Okay. Now this is the, if you want to select this entire query to execute it, you can use F9. This is also a shortcut I mentioned right already. F9 where I mentioned toad, right? This one. If you want to use F9, definitely you need to select the entire statement. If you don't want to use F9 and control enter, simply place the cursor anywhere on top of the select statement, and then simply you have to use control enter. Some people will select some portion and they will try to execute control enter. It will not work. Okay. You should not select like this. Simply you have to place the cursor. Correct? Anywhere on top of the select statement. And then control enter. Okay. So this is the perfect query here for on-hand quantity. Clear? Now, third one here is we have to add item to the price list. Price list is a separate module. Price list means your laptop is $500, mouse is $50. That is called, it's like a catalog. Okay. Price list is like a catalog. Now we can go on responsibility here. I'm switching to another responsibility now. Oracle Pricing Manager Global. This is a separate. In Oracle Pricing, there are another responsibilities also. You may go inside of other responsibility, it will not work. Okay. You have to go to Oracle Pricing Manager Global, then price list setup, and there is a standard price list name, that is corporate. And you have to include here. Sometimes they will disable this plus symbol here. This plus symbol. I'll show you how to disable this. Okay. But for time being, I'm entering Shift F5 to get previous field value. And then your item number 6758. How much you would like to allocate a default price for this? Let's say $3,500. Okay, save. This information again stored in other tables. QP list headers, QP list lines, and QP attributes, pricing attributes. It will not show record history. The reason is there is no record here. See, there is no record. There is record saved here. Decryption error. Yeah, tell me the tables. Table names. QP. QP full form. Quality, because quality pricing it is. QP list headers. Then where name is equivalent to corporate. The corporate price list. You can see the name, description, everything. And this QP is a module, quality pricing module. Just to verify only, after creating, you will come to know here. QP list lines where list header ID is the primary key here. See, mostly header IDs, line IDs, these are only primary keys. List header ID. These are all the line level information. There are so many lines here. 3000 lines are there. Whatever you are seeing here, these are all only, it looks few, but here there are 3000 rows are there. So just give a right click here, record count. Okay. At a time you are seeing only 4, 5, but there are 3000 records in this particular form. These are all, so many are there. So if you want to check from front end also, you can check here somewhere, weave record last details. This is a way also you can check the number of records. Okay, so 2887. This is the last record. Whatever it is highlighted here, that is the last record. Right. Now we are talking about this plus symbol, right? How to disable that plus symbol. There is a profile option. Profile. Profile options you can access into a responsibility, that is system administrator here. You can go to profile, system, then your username. Right now I'm disabling for my user. The profile name here is QP source code. This is the responsible profile name, sorry. QP source system code. Okay, if you remove this, or if you give it Oracle purchasing, definitely it will be disabled. I'm going now, going back here. Oracle Pricing Manager Global. Which price list we are looking? The price list name is C Capital Corporate. In the header level it is showing. Go to line level. See, do you see now plus symbol? If you want to add item here, definitely you will not be able to add. The reason is it is disabled. How it is disabled is the profile name. The profile name here is QP source system code. Clear? Now how to enable back again? Tell me the navigation. You need to go to right. System administrator. Profile. System. Then username. Your username. Profile name. QP source. What is the value we have to give here is Oracle, or if you remove also fine. If you remove it, your system will give priority to this profile option, which is mentioned at site level here. Site means least priority. Okay, if you don't mention anything here, your system will look the value which is mentioned on a site level here. Click on save. Or still, if you want explicitly mention, then you can give here Oracle pricing. Both are same. Okay, if you mention same value here, your system will give first priority to user. The next responsible, next application. Least is here, we can use site. Okay, now go and verify once. Responsibility name. What is the responsible name? Oracle, no auto management. Oracle pricing manager global. Then price list setup. Price list name here is corporate. Yeah, we'll have to add here. We have already added earlier. Now it will allow you. So plus symbol to disable enable. This is the best option. Option name here is this one. Okay, profile options are very important. So it will control the application. Okay. So overall, three things we discussed. One is item creation, on-hand quantity creation, add item to the price list. Clear? Now let's go with order to cash cycle. Go with the order entry first. You already created, but still I'm creating now. If it is not allowing F by pressing F4 also, what is the solution? I'm trying to give F4, but it's not allowing me to close this form. So you have to use here. There is a F6. F6 is used to shortcuts I mentioned, right? Somewhere. Right, to clear record, right? Now I'm pressing F6, F4. It will allow. Okay. Shortcuts are very important. Now I'm going to order management. Guys, till now, any doubts? Who are listening online?
No, sir.
Go to order management, order returns and sales orders. Choose an existing. Do not give your own customer. Don't waste your time. Click on save. Take this number. Line items. Your item number which you created. 6758. Better give some fancy number so that every time you know need to come here. Okay. 6758 for quantity. So please go on mute. To check how much quantity is available in your warehouse, you have to click on, there is a button here. The button name here is availability. So we have a 400 quantity. Out of it, we requested 4 years. Now, if you look at there is a status here, entered. In the line level is also, you can see there is a entered here. Two tables we will have to add here, OE order lines table and then OE order headers. All we have to use at the end. All means you will have multiple operating units. Your company will have a multiple branches. So I'm adding another tables now. OE order. Where order number. Take this order number. So there may be more than 150 columns. We no need to verify all this. These are all not needed. Okay. So simply primary key is required. The primary key of this particular table is header ID, order number, and then what else? Yeah, these are all for bill to ship to, term, source. This one we have to verify. That is correct. So tell me column names. Right, header ID. But alias name is required, right? Alias name you should not ignore. Tell me which alias I have to give. OOHA. Column alias, table alias, both are mandatory. Header ID. Order number. Correct. You want to mention your alias name. This is my own alias. Even normally. This one. Okay. Anything? Any doubts here? 3 columns. Okay. Now line level also I would like to add here. Line level. See, there are many other columns here. I can display here, of course, warehouse, shipping, these are all. But at this moment, wherever the changes are there for next level, that only I am telling. Okay. Now go to another table, that is OE order, lines all here. You will have to tell me here. Alias name, OE order, right? Join condition. It's called as equi join. There are other joins also, correct? If you don't know joins, just go through YouTube or somewhere. Header ID. No, header ID only. Header ID is a join, okay? If I wanted line level status, just copying this. Both are same, right? Header status as well as line status. You can combine this. Okay. So that's about the first step here. That is order entry. Now second is booking. We can book the sales order by using a button. Simply one step option here. That is book order. Click on book order. So could not find a program unit being called in. Yeah, someone is modified this. OE line utils. There is a procedure here, but still it has booked here. There are some issues in the package, but still it is booked. Just check. Do you want to save? Yes. No, it is booked. And line level, there is another status. Okay, it must be awaiting shipping here. It is showing booked. It is wrong actually. Someone has modified this. Okay, anyway, I'll tell the third step, then after that we'll see. Okay. Now go to another step, that is shipping and release sales order. Release sales order. There is a standard rule. Your order number. It is not appearing here because it is under booked status. Whatever like here, the order numbers will appear only if the status is awaiting shipping. So if you give your order, if you click on OK, if it is not coming up here, means that is with the other statuses. So only awaiting shipping status only it will come over here. So someone has modified that package actually. I'll ask him to roll back. So So till now, any doubts, guys? Like till booking only we have seen. So tomorrow what we'll do, like we'll discuss about quick release, shipping, then invoice. These are all the steps pending. Receipt. And seventh step is transfer to zero. So many cross questions, so many scenario oriented questions and all will cover in all this. Okay. So right now today we discussed only 5 steps. 3 prerequisites. Those are all item creation, on-hand quantity creation, and add item to the price list, order entry and booking. So I'm stopping at this point because we face some issue also. So till now, if you have any queries, please ask me. Any queries? Guys, are you there? Dhanlakshmi,
No, sir.
Asha.
I understood.
Asha, are you able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I understood, sir.
Yeah, please revise today all this.
Yeah,
I'll send
sure.
the video.
Sure.
Guys, do you have any queries? Any open doubts? Okay. Thank you.